In this podcast episode, Daniel Priestley shares his deep insights on the transformative impact of artificial intelligence and robotics on the economy, job markets, and entrepreneurship. Drawing from 25 years of experience building businesses through multiple economic cycles, he discusses the accelerating pace of change, the parallels with past industrial revolutions, and the unique challenges posed by AI's instantaneous global reach. The conversation explores which skills and professions will endure, the financial risks around AI infrastructure, and how individuals can strategically position themselves for success amidst disruption. Daniel frames the current technological shift as one of the most profound in human history, comparable to the transition from the agricultural to the industrial age, but arguably even more significant due to the dual forces of AI and robotics acting simultaneously. He shares a striking example of advanced humanoid robots in China performing gymnastic feats, emphasizing how the combination of intelligence and physical capability could render many traditional roles obsolete. AI's global instantaneous rollout, enabled by the internet, differs from previous revolutions that required lengthy infrastructure build-outs, resulting in unprecedented speed and scale of disruption. Contrary to fears of job loss, Daniel discusses the Jevons paradox, which suggests that technological disruptions often create unexpected growth opportunities rather than simply destroying jobs. He likens this to how YouTube did not kill TV, but generated hundreds of thousands of new creator jobs, albeit in a transformed form. Similarly, AI lowers the cost and complexity of starting businesses, allowing many small teams to create niche software companies and content ventures that never existed before. These ventures combine software, community events, media, and training, forming ecosystems rather than standalone products. Daniel notes a pendulum swing in economic value. While white-collar screen jobs have traditionally been prized, blue-collar trades such as plumbing, electrical work, and bricklaying are gaining value and are projected to out-earn some high-status professions like law. He attributes this partly to societal distortions, such as university debt pushing many into irrelevant degrees instead of trades. With AI giant leaps, many standard white-collar services like legal advice are being cheaply replicated by AI tools, dramatically reducing demand for traditional labor-intensive roles. One of Daniel's core concerns lies in the financial sustainability of the massive AI infrastructure build-out. The world's data centers, which power AI on a vast scale, are extremely costly, require frequent replacement every 3 to 4 years, and constitute a multi-billion-dollar annual investment. Historically, infrastructure investments exceeding 3% of GDP have precipitated recessions or depressions. He forecasts a potential financial collapse around 2029, fueled by massive recurring expenditures on short-lived AI data centers and structural imbalances in subscription payments versus usage. Daniel explains how social media, once focused on personal connections, has evolved into algorithmic media, where content discovery is driven entirely by what engages users most today, regardless of the creator's follower count or status. This has created a plateau in users' time spent online, even as the volume of content, especially AI-generated content, explodes exponentially, saturating demand and making it much harder for new creators to gain traction. To succeed, creators must differentiate themselves through authentic, person-driven relationships and real-world community experiences. While AI can generate near-limitless informational content, Daniel argues that only humans can produce truly irreplaceable content rooted in lived experience, relationships, and emotional authenticity. Personal stories, vulnerabilities, and genuine connections are uniquely human traits that no AI can replicate. This is why content such as streamers engaging directly with audiences or speakers sharing their raw life journeys continues to resonate. In-person events, intimate community gatherings, and humanized interactions remain defensible and valuable in the AI era. Daniel emphasizes entrepreneurship as a critical skill set that will endure and flourish despite AI disruption. He deconstructs entrepreneurship into a 6-step value creation loop involving founder opportunity fit, validation, product market fit, go-to-market, scaling up, and exit strategies. These cyclical steps teach rapid experimentation, market feedback, and iterative growth, applicable in startups and large corporations alike. Entrepreneurs learn to embrace change, prototype cheaply, and seize fragmented market opportunities, positioning themselves advantageously in the evolving economy. The podcast highlights how AI drastically lowers barriers for creating software products. Where once developing software required large teams, significant funding, and thousands of customers, AI enables small teams, or even individuals, to build viable SaaS products serving niche markets with just hundreds of customers. Daniel shares his experience of rapidly building a bespoke applicant tracking system for his company in a week, a task that previously took months or years and huge investment. This democratization expands entrepreneurship, but also intensifies competition and commoditization. Because software and content are becoming commodities due to ease of AI creation, Daniel suggests bundling different elements, such as software, media, training, events, and community, as an integrated ecosystem to build defensibility and customer loyalty. He points out this combined approach is more sustainable than pursuing a single channel or product. He also stresses lifestyle businesses as a realistic, fulfilling goal for many, prioritizing flexibility, quality of life, and meaningful human interaction over exponential scale growth. Specific job categories vulnerable to automation include drivers, potentially 30% displaced by 2030, call center agents, retail cashiers, warehouse workers aided by robots, and fast food workers. Daniel notes that many of these roles are repetitive and undesirable, implying replacements by AI and robotics might improve human work quality by freeing people for more meaningful roles. Some roles, such as customer service, will evolve toward higher-value white-glove services facilitated by AI rather than disappear outright. Unlike previous industrial revolutions that unfolded over decades, AI disruption is occurring in months or a few years, thanks to the global internet infrastructure and instantaneous software replication. This rapid pace challenges workforce retraining and social adjustment systems, fueling fears of mass unemployment and economic instability. Daniel stresses the importance of embracing entrepreneurial thinking and nimble adaptation to avoid falling behind in this accelerated transformation. The podcast critiques government policies, particularly large-scale spending and student loan programs, that distort natural market signals, misallocating resources and generating economic inefficiencies. Daniel explains how the student loan bubble encouraged many to pursue degrees irrelevant to market needs, leaving a shortage in trades and practical skills. Similarly, high levels of government spending create market distortions that dampen incentives for innovation and productivity. He calls for reduced government involvement and restored market-driven economic dynamics to enable growth. To thrive amid AI disruption, Daniel advises listeners to build personal brands with 2,000 to 20,000 people who know their expertise and can open doors. Rather than seeking influence or fame, the goal is to be visible to relevant communities and opportunities. He also urges an entrepreneurial mindset, viewing problems as chances to innovate, experimenting cheaply, and building complementary skills such as AI tool fluency. Curiosity and a positive stance toward disruption differentiate those who capitalize on AI from those overwhelmed by it. Daniel regards writing, especially reflective writing, as more important than ever, serving as a proxy for comprehension and creative thinking. In an AI world where information synthesis is automated, humans must focus on generating meaningful questions, connecting diverse ideas, and pausing to reflect away from noise. The habit of pause, reflect, document helps individuals weave together insights from multiple domains, nurturing the broad curiosity and generalist perspective that drive innovation. The conversation returns to the human need for connection, emphasizing that relationships and community are the foundation for lasting value, fulfillment, and meaning. Despite rapid technological change, humans will continue to crave authentic interactions, shared experiences, and supportive groups. Daniel highlights the evolutionary importance of genuine bonds and notes that AI cannot replicate the warmth or nuance of human empathy, underscoring the evergreen nature of community-centric endeavors. Daniel candidly shares his entrepreneurial journey, marked by cycles of rapid success and painful failure, emphasizing that the path is rarely linear. He reflects on the emotional toll of uncertainty, fear, and exhaustion, but also the exhilaration of resilience and learning from setbacks. His story illustrates that perseverance, flexibility, and self-awareness are crucial traits. He also confronts the inevitability of mortality and loss, reinforcing the importance of treasuring relationships and moments rather than fixating solely on material success. Recognizing that not everyone aspires to rapid scaling or high-stakes entrepreneurship, Daniel champions the rise of small lifestyle businesses with teams of 2 to 20 people, generating revenues around $1 to $5 million. Such ventures offer flexibility, creativity, and community, allowing founders to balance work with family and other interests. He presents this as a realistic and fulfilling model for much of the workforce moving forward, contrasting it with the past emphasis on ever larger enterprises. The podcast touches on the plausible emergence of universal basic income, UBI, as a response to AI-driven automation and economic upheaval. Daniel acknowledges that while AI increases productivity and drives deflationary pressures, governments and financial systems may inject stimulus to sustain economies during the transition. He references studies showing mixed results of UBI on labor patterns and stresses that humans inherently desire purpose and meaningful struggle, not simply free money. Thoughtful societal design will be essential to navigate this new era. Both Daniel and the CEO of Anthropic express concerns over the accelerated exponential growth of AI capabilities and the lack of mature social and political systems to manage this power responsibly. They raise the possibility of societal disruption, including concentration of power and potential authoritarianism. The conversation explores the speculative notion of AI geniuses collectively sharing knowledge instantly, radically changing society. Despite the risks, Daniel maintains a cautiously optimistic view of AI's potential to improve lives if coupled with wise stewardship. In closing, Daniel offers practical advice to individuals navigating the turbulent AI era. Embrace entrepreneurial thinking, build and maintain a personal brand, experiment with AI tools on your hardest problems, and align yourself with a supportive team or community. He recommends approaching change with curiosity and agility rather than fear or denial, and advises that success will come from consistent small bets and learning cycles. By focusing on unique human contributions and continuously adapting, individuals can cultivate resilience and opportunity.